Team now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Go. Check. Crunch.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Steelers, nothing.
On the double. 50 seconds left. You're trapped. Go. 57's Mike 57.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Running. 18 Gator. Jim.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Jackson throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man, here's Foster. 21 yards there on third down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
I'm scared. Let's hit it forward. Zoom. Hey, we got to snap it.
Watson on first down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And he's into the clear. 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more.
Next the score, Bengals 31, Steelers nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Steeler first down.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Watson to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Watson now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 10, Watson, man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
65. Mike 54.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Right there.
Now Watson. And he's going to go down again. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? from the gun. Here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On second down, Williams looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. Good move at the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
57 to Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. Rosa. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, come on now, come on now.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And this is complete. It's Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Travion Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will extend this big lead.
Bengals 41, Steelers nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Whip, 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 whip.
First carry for James Conner. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Watson. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Watson looks to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Watch the pass. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 3, check 3.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Watson, and he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watson now to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kiki QT. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but They haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Bengals. 46 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Check, lucky.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
You better be afraid of me. Go, 51.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, come on. Okay, dog. Check 3. 61. Match box. Mike. 51's the mic. Here we go. 51. Echo. Check tight. Check. Hey. Check.
From the gun, Jackson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Bengals 44, Steelers 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? and the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 36-yard
57 to
line.
Mike. 57 to Mike. I got it.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And the Bengals